tractor. What's up, Barbara? Okay. And you heard it from the mouth himself. From no. Hey guys, and welcome to another day in the life at JAlly Farms. Today we have water everywhere, and all the trees did drink, or supposed to drink. Anyway, this is our pumpkin patch, and I'm showing you the pumpkin patch area, which is full of water, and we need to get some ditches dug or something to release all the water out. As you can see, water's covering pretty much a lot of the area. We're planning on getting some dirt to raising it up a little bit. Maybe a couple inches or an inch, or at least an inch higher, kind of level it out. It's not too level right now, but once we get it tilled up and everything, it will get leveled out. So showing you right now, I do have a problem with the sound, that when I recorded it didn't come through, so I gotta do the voiceover. Now here is the water coming out of the pumpkin patch area, and for now the only thing we could do is have it go out into the trees. That's that big pond we have over by the trees, and here's the flow of the water coming out of the pumpkin patch. It's going pretty good. There's some leaves right there, but they're not really stopping the water from going anywhere. It doesn't seem like, anyway. Now over here is our balsam firs, and when it rains, they get just covered with water and stuff over here. This is the low spot over here, but we have a ditch, but usually when it rains we have to clean the ditch out so the water can flow freely out of it, but sometimes it doesn't. It gets stopped up and we have to open it back up. For the most part it stays relatively, I don't know, dry maybe, but when it rains we have to go back and make sure the water flows out. There's the end of, we're still in the pumpkin patch area, and I'm walking down to show you the area that the pumpkin patch also drains out at, and we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, right here is the area, and these are the Douglas firs. The Douglas firs stay relatively dry when it rains, so we're not too concerned about the water in that area. As you can see, it's relatively dry. There are a few puddles coming up here and there, but nothing much. And all the water we're getting is from that open area that you just saw. Okay, now over here are the Fraser firs that I just skimmed across. And here's the Fraser fir right there, and we have a few over here that are, as soon as I can find it, there you go. Well, okay, I missed it on the camera, but the Fraser fir, I'll get to it in a minute. I know I've gotten to it. It's right there. And as you can see, it's just standing in water. So once we clear out this area and let the water drain out, they stay relatively dry in that area too. I mean, some of them are covered with water at least for, maybe half a day or something like that, but usually clear out pretty quick. We got water. We had the ditch dug out here. There's not really a whole lot coming out right here, but we're going to be opening up this ditch. This is a ditch a few episodes ago where the backhoe was, where we had the backhoe dig it out, and it's getting all that area right in there. We got trees. We got ditch over here, and Arvin just opened up a stop right there. And we got Arvin over here digging up some more. Yeah, we're both. Yeah, she is. Okay. Neat. Yeah. You have to flatten it out or something after that water's gone. Yeah, as you can see, I don't know. The camera doesn't really pick it up too well, but look at the water rushing. And the more water we get out, the better. But let's go back over to our pond area over here, and I won't keep the camera rolling, and I'll turn it off for you, and then pick it up when we get back over there. Okay, and here are our white spruces. Actually, a couple of them might look like they've grown a little bit since we've had them in. I'm going to take you somewhere now. I want you to see something. I'm going to cut it off and remove it.
I'm going to have this again. Whenever it gets dope.
Okay. Here is the pond. Other side of the street that if you've seen our other videos that we've been telling you about, and it's all coming in right there. Okay, and over here is that little area right there. This always gets flooded every time. Every time it rains really heavy, for the most part. We're trying to get the city to come help us, clear out this area and dig a little ditch for us. But right over in there, that you can see that tree fell right there. I don't know. I wanted to. The ground is so soft right there. The tree just fell over. Um, and this area right here is there's kind of a ditch right here, a lower area. That's why you see all that water rushing in right there. Um, it's kind of following the ditch that was put in right there, or not really put in, but was there to start with. Okay, and here's Urban. He's gonna walk out in it because he wants to walk out into it, and hopefully he's not gonna sink into the mud. Urban, you're gonna start sinking if you do that. You're gonna sink in about a foot. Okay.
Now it starts to get deeper down in here.
Yeah. This is the water in the middle is probably about maybe 2 feet deep, or at least a foot.
Look at all the crap that's coming down there.
Yeah, I see it. And we're gonna come over here. I mean, this we shouldn't have it flooding like this. You know, not on 3 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches of rain per week. It should not be doing this. You know, the thing is, there's a pond over on the other side that collects drainage water from everywhere north of it, which, you know, really isn't too much. But then they have a overflow on the pond on this side, on the south side of the pond, that releases the water all over here. Now this is the culprit. It's a wonderful, beautiful pond, and we love it. The only thing is, right up here is where all the water drains into the pond, and you know, eventually it gets overflowing and it drains out right over here. Right there is that drain. There's a little bridge going, you know, a spillway or something. And here's the spillway. You see how much water is coming, you know. I can't even guess how much, but it's probably a bunch. You know, it's too much for us to handle. Um,
That's why
we think, huh?
we need a big trench in there.
Yeah, that's why we need to get a trench dug over on our side. It goes under the road, and here in a minute I will go to the other side and show you where it's all coming out. Yeah. Okay, over here is where it's coming out at, and you can see it just kind of flooding in this area. There is a small ditch over here, helping it a little bit, but all the water comes from the pond through here and right over, you know, right over into our land over here. Now this area right here is part of the city too. It's actually part of the park, and the water, I don't know, there's just not enough protection or water retention measures in place, and everything just flows freely over into our property. Let me let me go out. Now we have this part, and we cannot, maybe if this is here all the time, and we saw it. This was not even here when we bought the place. I mean, when we bought it, yeah, okay, we had like a little creek thing running through it, but you know, we didn't have the 100-year rain that we got our first year here. And this is, like a year and a half later, and we're getting it again. So, all of it is coming from right up there. So I don't know. Maybe they could build the drainage from the creek a little bit higher, or from the pond a little bit higher. So it has to be really overflowing down there before it comes down here. But I don't know what else to do here. And all the way until that house up there is land we own. So, alright, well, it's going to take about a month for all this to go down to where it's hard enough to drive anything around it. And I was going to have a guy come and do some stump grinding, but if he brought his tractor in, it would sink down into the mud and everything. And here we go. We'll do another show of Arvin up here. He's still trying to get the water going. I think he's about done. I don't know what else. What else can we do? You know. And Friday we're expected about 3 to 5 inches of snow. This is Saturday, so a Saturday afternoon. So 5 more days we're gonna get some snow Thursday night. So I don't know. I mean, I'd rather have ice than snow. Ice than water any day, but melt somewhere. All right, guys. Until next time, live it, love it, share it. See you next.